Okay, YouTube, I'm gonna get into this video really quick. This is about 4 cups of water, just some regular chicken legs. I'm also going to use this Knorr chicken flavor, the bouillon. You can use the cubes if you like, but I actually don't like the cubes. It takes too much. I use this. I really don't have a special amount that I use. I really can't say, but it does have a strong flavor. So I would say about a tablespoon. Now, I put 4 cups of water in here, but the pressure cooker is going to make much more water. Also, I am using these noodles. All of this is what I already had in my pantry. All I did was went and bought the chicken. I'm also going to add Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Everything is going inside of the pot except for the noodles. The noodles will go in last. So I'm going to cook the chicken halfway, and then I'm going to stop it and cook add the noodles. So in total I'm using 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so 14 chicken legs. And that is pretty much it. There is nothing else that needs to go in here except for the soup. If you notice, I did not put any salt or anything in. Most of the time I don't cook with salt. I like to give it a preference for people to add it later, just for health reasons, because once you cook the salt, it kind of takes away the salt, but it's still there. So I don't use it. Okay, so I'm just gonna add that chicken noodle soup in there, and it also has its own broth. If you can see, you can use any kind of chicken noodle soup that you like. I also like to use cream of chicken, but when I tell you, when you're balling on a budget, I'm not going out to purchase cream of chicken soup when I could just, you know, make it just like this. Now, once it does get hot, and if it's totally your preference if you want to got noodles stuck in here. It's totally up to you. If you want to thicken this, you could do it with what I use is a little bit of grease and flour, and I make it on the stove. If you guys would like to see how I do that, I could do a video on that. It's kind of like the same way you make gravy from scratch. So you just kind of make the roux and then add it in here once this is hot, and stir it up and let it finish cooking. But because it is a chicken noodle soup, that is not necessary for my family. I am going to leave it just like this. I may add some vegetables depending on what I have in the refrigerator. I do like to add celery, and green pepper and onion in my chicken noodle soup, but we're not going to add that right this moment because it'll be really soggy. So you don't want to add that right now. It's not necessary to do so at this time. So I just drop that in, and we're gonna lock this, and then we're gonna set it. Let's see, on here, this is the brand that I have. I love this thing. You could go with chicken, which will be 6. Let me show you. You would just hit menu to 6, and then you press start. The problem with that is it's going to cook longer than what I want it to, so I'm not going to use that. I am simply going to put it on, let's say like we'll go with let's say like a steak. So we'll just, hold on, maybe not, wait a minute, we'll do rice. Let's do rice. So that'll cook it, and I only know this because I do it so much. This will cook it for about 10 minutes. I just kind of want my meat to be halfway done before we add the noodles. Also, you want it to be hot. You want your water to be boiling hot before you add noodles. And then once this is done, it will let me know when it's finished. And at that time, I'll have my whatever vegetables I have that I want to add. I'll have those. I'm going to prepare those now, and then I'll come back and when it's time to add it in. Okay, so while that is cooking, I am cutting up my vegetables. There is no wrong or right way to do this. You can dice them, you can slice them, whatever is convenient for you. There is no specific way to do it. You just need it diced up and ready to add in once your chicken is done. I am literally working with 1 hour to get out of here and go work. And so this is what instant moms are for. We have to find ways to get it done in an instant. Now, I no longer have babies in my house. They are teenagers and they could cook for themselves, but I don't know. I take pride in being their mother and providing a hot meal for them for dinner. Breakfast and lunch, they are on their own, but I take pride in cooking for my kids for dinner, or cooking for my family in general. Can't leave my fiance out. He works very hard, therefore he deserves to come home to a home cooked meal even if I'm not here. So I'm working with about, looking at the time, 45 minutes. And so this meal will take about 20 minutes, maybe 30, because the chicken is going to boil. This pressure cooker is the bomb, okay? It's going to get it done. And also, my little baby, with her, she's so sweet. She went in the cupboard and found a can of cream of mushroom for me. So I